I'm George Tift, and this is BoomerBust. In the last episode, we talked about why this moment feels so uncomfortable. Why AI kind of feels like it's attacking us personally, and why it feels like the future showed up without asking permission. But today I want to do something simple. I want to take you back to a time when people were just as certain as we are now that a new tool was about to destroy everything they depended on. And what actually happened? For most of human history, there was one thing that nearly every society depended on: the horse. Horses moved people, they moved food, they moved goods, they powered armies. They changed farming, they created trade routes and cities. Entire professions existed because of horses. Blacksmiths, stable owners, harness makers, trainers, builders, carriage builders. If you worked with horses, you didn't just have a job, you had an identity. A skill passed down through generations. Then the automobile showed up. Slow at first, unreliable, expensive, loud, smelly. Early cars broke down constantly. They scared the horses that we relied on. They were mocked in the newspapers, and many people were absolutely convinced they would never replace what already worked. But something else important happened. Cars didn't need sleep. They didn't need to rest. They didn't get sick. They didn't require feed. They didn't care how long the day was, how much you kicked them. But once the infrastructure was in place and caught up, the shift was fast. Within a generation, horses were no longer the backbone of daily life. In fact, I think from the first car to literally the end of the horse generation was 13 years. And here's the part most people forget. Human work did not disappear. It simply shifted. Blacksmiths didn't all vanish. Most of them became car mechanics. Carriage builders became auto manufacturers. Roads were built. Gas stations appeared. 7-Elevens proliferated. New skills replaced old ones. But anyone who refused to engage at all, anyone who said, it'll never work, it'll never matter, they were the ones that got left behind. Not because the tool was evil, but because the world kept moving. And this is the part that matters for us today. AI is not replacing people, it's replacing friction. The time it takes to look up something, that's friction. The effort it takes to organize information, that's friction too. The delay between the question and the answer, that's friction. Just like cars replace distance, just like electricity replaced darkness, just like machines replace muscle, AI replaces mental friction. And when that friction disappears, the value shifts. Experience becomes more important, not less. Judgment matters more, not less. Knowing what to ask becomes more valuable than memorizing what to say. The danger isn't AI. The danger is pretending that nothing is changing, or handing over thinking without understanding what you're doing. The people who thrive in moments like this aren't the ones who become experts overnight. They're the ones who stay curious. They learn just enough to stay in the game, who let the tools amplify what they already know. And that's what this series is about. Not turning you into a programmer. I'm not going to be pushing hype, and I'm not selling fear. Just helping you to understand which side of the road and which direction the road's really going. You got a choice. Go forward, go backwards. Because history is very clear about one thing. The future never, never, never is going to ask you permission. In the next episode, we're going to talk about a quieter shift. One that didn't replace muscles or transportation, but replaced memory. a tool that changed how people stored knowledge, and why many people thought it was going to make us stupid. And that story matters much more today than you think. Till then, I'm George Tift, and this is BoomerBust. Y'all come back now, yeah?